Ekate Advaita Srini Vasa Chatradhara Osi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Semasane Osi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Semasane Arati Korena Brahma Adi Devagane Arati Korena Brahma Adi Devagane Hara Hari Hari Kori Samaraduraya Hara Hari Hari Kori Samaraduraya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Osharigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Osharigaya Sankhabashi Kantabashi Ajikaratala Sankhabashi Kantabashi Ajikaratala Adoramridangavashi Paramarasala Adoramridangavashi Paramarasala Ahukoti Chandrajini Adana Ujjala Ahukoti Chandrajini Adana Ujjala Kala Jalamala Kala Deshe Banamala Ore Jalamala Shiva Sukhanarada Preme Gara Gara Shiva Sukhanarada Preme Gara Gara Bhaktivedanta Gaurara Sampada Bhaktivedanta Gaurara Sampada Kiva Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Arati Kashoba Jana Veta Tadane Jagamana Madur 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 Bhaji Sangha Bhaji Kanta Bhaji Madur 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 Bhaji Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora, Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora, Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora, Haribo. Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta Gauranga Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Gauranitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
ISKCON founder Acharya Siddhamanga Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Om Shivada Paramhamsa Virabhagacharya Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki, Ananda Gauri Vaishnavandi ki, Nama Acharya Srila Thakura ki, Prem se ko Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Swasri Gaur Bhaktavrinda ki, Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinada Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki, Vrindavana Dham ki, Jagannath Pridham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, गंगा माए की, यमुना माए की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी महारानी की, संवेद भक्त वृंद की, भरत मृदंगा की, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, शिला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसलेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, शिला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसलेंटल फूड फॉर लाइफ की, श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, राधा गोकुलानंद की, ताई गौरंगा की. All the glories to the assembly, Hare Krishna. All the glories to the assembly, Hare Krishna. All the glories to the Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to the Guru and Gauranga.
Somebody wants to sing the single song? You want to sing? Sure.
Namaste Narasimhaya. श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, गौर प्रेमानंदी।
So we start with Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopish Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopish Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Prabhupada ki. Just 1 second, I warm up the machine. So maybe, Ishan, you're getting some Bhagavad Gita. Can you get Bhagavad Gita for people? Some Bhagavad Gita for people to read. If they need. You need? No, but there is some here, that's fine. If you want to read. You bring a few? He's going to bring you some. Thanks. As it is. I don't know if you're okay there, or if we want to sit like together, or if you want to stay there, it's fine.
Just to lean back.
Okay, yeah, sure. You have a nice, comfortable seat. Yeah, fair enough. No, it's okay. Okay. So tonight we're going to read the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 31 and 32. So because verse 31 is very short, so I'm just going to read it myself, the Sanskrit and the purport and everything. And then we go on to verse 32. And then together we can recite the verse. And then after I read the translation and purport. And then after that, we'll have a little conversation together. So we do a little prayer first. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Kakshu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Prasharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Prashatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thanks. So, verse 31. O purifiers, of purifiers I am the wind, of the wielders of weapons I am Rama, of fishes I am the shark, and of flowing rivers I am the Ganges. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Ki Jai. Of all the aquatics, the shark is one of the biggest and is certainly the most dangerous to man. Thus, the shark represents Krishna. And then verse 32. Sarganam adirantascha Madhyam Shtevaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vadha Pravadatam Aham Sarganam adirantascha Madhyam Chevaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vada Pravadatam Aham Sarganam Adirantascha Madhyam Chevaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vadha Pravadatam Aham Saganamadirantascha Madhyam Shaivaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vadha Pravadatam Aham. Anyone else? Sarganamadirantascha Madhyam Shivaham Arjuna Adhyata Vidya Vidyanam Vada Pravadata Maham. Anyone else? No, it's okay. So, translation. Of all creations, I am the beginning and the end, and also the middle, O Arjuna. Of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Purport. Among the created manifestations, the first is the creation of the total material elements. As explained before, the cosmic manifestation is created and conducted by Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, and then again it is annihilated by Lord Shiva. Brahma is a secondary creator. All these agents of creation, maintenance, and annihilation are incarnations of the material qualities of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, He is the beginning, the middle, and the end of all creation. For advanced education, there are various kinds of books of knowledge, such as the four Vedas, their 6 supplements, the Vedanta Sutra, books of logic, books of religiosity, and the Puranas. So altogether, there are 14 divisions of books of education. Of these, the book which presents Adhyatma Vidya, spiritual knowledge, in particular the Vedanta Sutra, represents Krishna. Among logicians, there are different kinds of argument. Supporting one's argument with evidence that also supports the opposing side is called jalpa. Merely trying to defeat one's opponent is called vitanda, but the actual conclusion is called vada. This conclusive truth is a representation of Krishna. So let's see what we are going to discover about this verse of chapter 10. So, simple question to start. Can someone tell me the name of the chapter 10, how it's called? Great. So, the opulence of the Absolute. So, in this chapter, basically, Krishna is describing his opulence. And basically, for a good chunk of this chapter, he's describing his different manifestations. So, without looking at the book, can you say what we just read, like what manifestations he is? You're not allowed to look. Yes.
About the fish, Krishna's shark.
Okay.
Fish showed Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavad that shark is more dangerous to man, so this Krishna represents.
Okay. Well, so I don't know, but so does that mean that Krishna is dangerous for humans?
For materialists, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for demons, yeah, it's dangerous.
Okay, maybe. Anything else? What we just read? Yeah. Great.
Flowing rivers is the Ganges.
right? Okay, that's a few manifestations. And in another verse, not this one, he's also saying that of the seasons, he is spring. Yeah. And today, it's 21st of March, is the beginning of spring. So, so all these things like birds singing, sun, like nice wind, not too hot, not too cold, the flowers coming out. Krishna, welcome. And I actually, so 21st of March, in some traditions, I don't know if we celebrate this in the Vaishnava tradition, but some traditions, it celebrate what they call the solstice and the equinox. So today is the equinox, technically, in some calendars, in some traditions. And so 21st of June and 21st of December, it's called the solstice. So it's something to do with the alignment of planets and things like this. I don't know too much the details, but especially on solstices, it's a good time, a very auspicious time to make some affirmations. It's like there is a big potential for affirming a direction for our life and like set a goal, things like this, like 1st of January, mundane people, they make like some, how do you call, like I'm gonna lose 5 pounds this year or something like this, but resolution, thank you, yeah. So on these dates particularly, like there's a big potential, it's auspicious to make some affirmation. I mean, maybe something more interesting than losing weight, can be something a bit more interesting. So anyway, just a little in bracket that these are auspicious time, and now it's equinox, so it's like in between the summer and winter solstice, so it's kind of an auspicious time to make some affirmations as well. It's we can make plans, but even though, like, so who said that? It's Jai Krishna, one of our teachers. He said, if you want to make Krishna laugh, you tell him your plans, So it's good to have a direction for our life, to set some goals, but we should be ready to change our plans, It's not like it has to be rigid, but I think it's nice to have a solid base and then a direction, which can change, we can adjust, but something nice. Yeah, we cannot be too much attached to our plans, because they can easily change. And in another verse, verse 19 in this chapter, Krishna says, "Yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless." So I don't know, but for me, this sentence itself says like a lot. It's pretty powerful. So like Krishna is basically limitless. Like there's no limit to his power, Like kind of inconceivable. And somewhere else in the Bhagavad Gita, I don't remember where, it's not in chapter 10, but he speaks about Yogam Eshvaram. Yogam Eshvaram, it means inconceivable mystic power. So like, unlimited opulence and inconceivable mystic power. Like, I don't know, but for me, these sentences, they give me, my hair standing on my body, so powerful. And so basically, personally, what I understand of Krishna is that, okay, he's very powerful, he can do whatever he wants, he's everywhere, he knows everything, he has unlimited power, inconceivable mystic power, and things like this. So the good thing about that, if we take that base, is that it's going to give us a wide range of things to speak about. Because the idea, when we are discussing Krishna Katha, like when we speak about Krishna, because there's many things we can speak about, but I find that there is always a specific point in the present that we should try and find out, because we cannot speak about everything at once. It's not possible. So there's always something that's related to the present now. Monday night, Bhaktivedanta Manor. There is something in the space, a point that should appear that we can discover together, a point, but not any kind of point. I mean, the point. I mean, Sri Guru's point. So maybe a basic question to start, but can someone tell me who Sri Guru is? Sri Guru? Yeah.
A person who basically delivers the message of Krishna without changing it.
Yeah.
He just speaks the words of Krishna. So Krishna speaks through the Guru, so to speak.
Okay. Because what I was told by my guru is that Sri Guru is a being that represents the guidance of life. And it's Balaram, actually. Yeah. So it's a being that is always present in the space, mystical space, and is guiding us in life. So he's always present in the space, like now he's present, and he's guiding us. And now whether we want to pay attention to his messages and his teachings or not, it's up to us. And we've noticed that one of the best ways to discover Sri Guru's teaching is through the dynamic of the circle. It's like when we're having a discussion like that, it's like everybody can be engaged and share like basically any kind of thought. It can be when we are alone in our mind, we can think, oh no, I want to say something, but it's not very relevant, it's not on point, or it's boring, maybe hesitating. But actually this point may be not relevant, but actually it may be extremely relevant, actually. But we don't know until we share it, the point, this thought that we have. And so just to give an analogy a little bit, it's like, imagine we are sitting in a circle and there is a cup in the middle of the circle. So from where I'm standing, I can see an aspect of the cup. I can see one side of the cup, but my vision is limited. Where you are sitting, you see another angle of the cup, and you, and you, and you. And so by this process of sharing our thoughts, because we all have like a different experience of life, we are different, we are one and different. So by each one of us sharing what we observe in the space, then eventually we can come together to the conclusion, okay, this is a cup, and it has like, I don't know, it's white, but a yellow handle and red flowers on it. I don't know, it's a simple example. But we can only discover that by all participating and sharing our observation, So I don't know what you think of that, but for me this is how I like to make the course, like the lesson of tonight, more like a conversation where everybody can participate and put their input on it, or, like I said, even like a insignificant point, but maybe actually very relevant. And we can see that if we all engage in this dynamic, then because Krishna likes that, Sri Guru likes that, he likes to see us working together, serving together. So it's like 1 + 1 not equals 2. It's more than 2. So a sangha, a circle, is very powerful actually. And we can discover so many things that we don't have any idea about, actually. This is one of the purpose of the sangha. The idea of a sangha is to serve together and to to discover the teachings of Krishna daily. And yeah, like I said, the points of the present that change, you know. Yeah, something Sridhar Maharaj, he said, I don't know exactly, I don't remember how he phrased it, but he said, Krishna consciousness, the idea is not to accumulate knowledge for a result. So, like, everything we learn, it's meant to be redistributed. And even everything belongs to Krishna. So even our thoughts, the knowledge we get, it's meant to be shared and expand, actually. It's not something like stable, rigid, that doesn't move. And if you look even in nature, like there's nothing that's like flat and stays, like nothing's not moving. You know, there's mountains, there's animals, there's like so many things happening. So it's the natural dynamic of life for things to move, to flow. Yeah. So I don't know if someone wants to say something at any point. You're free to share something whenever you feel like it. If not, continue speaking. Yeah.
Material nature is always changing because, well, if I understand it correctly, like all the living entities, conditioned souls, they keep their search for happiness. That's why it's always changing. They're jumping from one thing to another. It's like the Sanskrit word bhava. Like one of the meanings is become. So they always become this, and they're looking for that permanent place where they can stay like forever. And that's why material nature is like the activities of the living entities in the material world is constantly changes. So that's my realization.
So you think that this is only valid for the material world?
I mean, in spiritual world there is also like unlimited variety, but out of this, like we learned out of these 5 topics that discussed in Bhagavad Gita, like Supreme Lord, the Jiva, material nature, and eternal time, and karma is the 5th. So 4 of them are eternal, and one of them is not eternal, and this one is karma. So the activities are changing, but all other 4 things are eternal. So the eternal time, eternal material nature, eternal spirit souls, and the Supreme Lord is also, they all 4 eternal. But karma is not eternal because it's changing. These conditioned souls come to the material world, they try to become happy, but they cannot become happy, and they just either go back to Godhead or they stay in this, they go back to unmanifested condition until the next creation.
Yeah, I understand. And I remember of an analogy that Prabhupada gave. I think it's kind of related, you know, because what we are trying to achieve it's to discover our relation with Krishna, Bhagavan, no? The ultimate personality of Godhead, supreme personality of Godhead. And he was explaining like the difference between Paramatma, the impersonal Brahman, and Bhagavan. So it's like you're looking at a mountain from a distance. So if you're pretty far away from the mountain, you see just a big cloud, you know. And if you're from that distance, you may think, okay, I see the truth there. It's just a cloud, you know. But if you dig, if you do more research, then you continue to advance toward that mountain and you pass through the clouds and you start to distinguish, okay, maybe there's still a little bit of cloud, and on top of the mountain you see like a green patch, you know, like something, a forest. So from that distance you think, okay, so this is the absolute truth. Is that it's this green, white thing, you know. But if you continue, then you get to the mountains, and it's variety. Like there's many things happening. You know, we know the pastimes of Krishna, all these things. Like it's joyful. There's colors. There's activity. There's dynamic. There are relations, and this is life. This is the real life. No, it's not like we can actually a lot of people, unfortunately, bless them. You know, they identify with the impersonal Brahman. No, they think that this is it. No, this imagine like a big white light. No, and this is the absolute truth. But no, there's something beyond that, Krishna. And so maybe a question on that. Why do you think that a lot of people are attached to this vision, this impersonal Brahman, and they don't really want to dig deeper, to do more research, or even they can even get scared or like uncomfortable when you speak to them about the fact that Krishna, God, is a person? Sorry, I'm just gonna get a mic because I just realized there are people online, and so when you speak in the mic, they can hear otherwise.
Sometimes on YouTube, even this mic doesn't work. It doesn't go on YouTube, you know.
Okay.
It's very strange.
If it doesn't work, no, it's no point.
Sorry, you go on. Okay. So now here, the reason people are more attracted to merging into the Brahman effulgence is because this has to become responsible. Because if we accept that God is a person and we're all individual spirit souls, then we can be held accountable for our actions, and then you have to be responsible and that stuff. Whereas if you want to merge, you kind of relinquish responsibility. You don't have to. Well, I'm not anything. I'm nothing. I'm just part of the oneness. When we accept that actually that's my own identity, then yeah, we have to own that and take responsibility for it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. We don't have any responsibility. There's no relation, so we merge, and there's no service either in this space. No? From what I understand, just chill out for who knows how many millions years.
I think the reason most people are not even interested in God, I think it's just that there are many religions in the world, and you know, I mean, for me, for example, my mother is Buddhist and my father is Catholic, and I don't know, I just couldn't find the idea of one unique God, you know, because I practice both until now, and you know, I wanted to find something which would be compatible with everything. So I had some kind of impersonal view on God. I have never found something like Krishna consciousness which was coherent and made sense. So I think it's just people, it's maybe also some laziness. I think unless people don't suffer so much, I don't think they search for God. And and also like about the impersonalist view, it's like I think yes. So if people are not atheists, so they think that there's something higher. But if it's supreme, then they think, okay, it cannot be a person because it's something so absolute that you know it cannot be like us, like a person like us. They cannot conceive it. supreme and be a person at the same time. Let's make that. Yeah, it's like I think inconceivable. You mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, inconceivable, and also maybe because we think of a person, we think like us, no? So we are like limited. So how can someone, a being, can be so powerful, no? Anyone else wants to share?
I have a similar experience like when I was like into a bit impersonalist, and it feels like comfortable. You still have something above you, so you don't go crazy. But at the same time, you feel free to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But what made me switch to personalism is that at some point I discovered sort of through arts that if there is a picture, for example, a beautiful picture, there is an artist behind it. And I was thinking, okay, this is interesting. So there is a person behind like every single thing. And then I started just to try to read about all these great saints. I mean, I looked at the story of Jesus Christ, Muhammad differently. So all these stories about the great personalities, they made me actually think about, okay, there's maybe one way or the other. So I was like, a long time I was like a scale, you know. I put on one scale this good things about impersonalism, on the other scale, all these stories about the saints and great personalities. And the personalism actually won because it still had some freedom, free choice. But the sacrifice they make for this like great personalities like Srila Prabhupada, they just sort of, without any force, they compel you to surrender. And it's like, this is a inconceivable thing. Like, they don't force you, but because they have this, they show by their own example how the greatness and the determination of their attempts to serve Krishna. They actually touches your heart and you start to surrender slowly. But impersonalism is still very powerful within this. It's kind of struggle now.
So impersonalists, they don't want to surrender, and personalists, they want to surrender. So that means all of us here, because we are following the Vaishnava path, we want to surrender. Yes?
Prabhupada say that merging into the realm of effulgence is the last step of Maya. Because you still kind of want something for your own benefit. You get to let go of everything. Now I have no responsibility. So it's that last little bit which is evolving onto Maya.
I'm not sure. Can you just repeat? I'm not sure I understood. So.
Yeah, I heard this in the Bhagavad, like the last trap of Maya is like when a person out of foolishness declares himself to be God and just merges into that
Okay.
effulgence and just wants to like do nothing basically, just enjoy. I understood it. This is the last trap of material energy.
Is to think that we are God.
Yes. Yeah. Prabhupada mentions in the Bhagavad, I think in chapter 2 and in chapter 18, some verses if you remember, that the last trap of Maya is when a person out of foolishness declares himself to be God.
Can you hear them? No? Speak a bit louder for the.
Basically,
You speak louder for the ladies there.
so you see, Mayavadis and personalists are all different.
What's the question? The impersonalists and Mayavadis, are they different? Okay, so can you explain the difference? Yeah, so Mayavadis, they believe there is a God, but it's them. They are God. And impersonalists, they don't believe that there is like one being. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. We don't have to, go discover exactly, like, to be sure. We're discovering, we don't know. Like. And so I don't know, but for me there was something about surrendering, like, because you spoke about surrendering. What is, because, yeah, actually a question I would have is what is our definition of surrendering? Like, is it, like for me, for sometimes, like when I heard surrendering, it's like, okay, like 1, 2, 3, boom, surrender, like, like I'm nothing. And so is it that, or what is it? What is surrendering? You drop on the floor? Like to stop trying to control. It's,
anything like simply, for example, our family, our friends who are atheists or whatever, and for example, we want to help them or something, and we start to try to preach or give them advice. But then Prabhupada is saying we should avoid that because it might pollute you also. And anyway, we should. Okay, there is suffering, also in Ukraine now there's suffering, okay, so, but it's a form of, surrendering, meaning that there is suffering, there are people who are suffering, but, or ignorance, but it is like accepting that they have, each soul has its own path, like, I am nobody to be talking to.
okay, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just to expand on that, I think it's a big thing that a lot of people, like Rishi or myself included, is accepting authority. I think that's a big part of surrender, is when we accept I don't have the answers, but somebody else does that I should listen to. So to accept authority, you have to have humility, you have to be humble.
Well, from my experience and my limited experience, like I found out like there are two types of surrender. One is surrender when I realize I have no choice. So basically, I feel this superior power, and if I want something or I don't want something, it's like I just realize I have to do it, and I have no choice. I have to surrender. So basically, it's beyond my power. But another type of surrender, that's the true surrender, I think. When we like someone or something so much that we, out of our own free will, just willing to give up what we want. It's basically like we're inspired or admire someone to that extreme level that we actually, out of our own free will, willing to do happy type of happy type of activity that we're actually willing to do whatever they want without them telling us what to do. So that's basically true services. Spontaneous or not spontaneous is secondary.
Yeah, that's a nice point. Yeah, and so in this, what I understand is that there is like it's active, no? There's an action required. So it's not like we are giving up everything, you know. Even by surrendering, there's an action, a will. Like there's life, no? It's moving. So
It's like a higher taste, let's say. We discover something that's so nice that we're actually willing to forget whatever we want and do whatever is necessary to please someone. So it's a very happy moment, actually.
yeah, can't wait for that moment. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's true. I think you got the point, you know. But so why are we not surrendering? You know, why are we here? Means there is some kind of resistance to abandon fully. Where does it come?
We had this morning class a few weeks ago that Prabhupada in his purport mentions that surrender can be achieved actually in 1 minute or 1 second, provided one is willing to take the surrender. So basically it's just changing our mentality. But to get to that point, we need to get rid of all this baggage, material baggage in our mind.
Do you-
Thinking about what you just said, if you love somebody so much that you're willing to surrender to what they want, then that implies that there's a relationship. And without a materially conditioned state, we've avoided that relationship for many, many lifetimes. So we have to start from that point that we're at and build a relationship in order to surrender. Because you know, like a couple of us have discussed, if we're coming from an impersonal background or we don't recognize God as supreme, how can we know what it's like to surrender unto Him? If we don't know Krishna, if we don't know Him, then we can't possibly love Him. We can't possibly surrender unto Him because we don't know Him. So we have to build that relationship in order to surrender. That's why it takes such time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a gradual process, isn't it? It doesn't happen just like that. And so just to expand on what you said, it makes me think, yes, for sure we need to understand Krishna to a certain point, you know. But from what we read, you know, like is inconceivable. So are we gonna wait until we fully know Him to surrender? Or when is the right time to surrender, you know? I think, I don't know, it's my opinion, it's my observation, I don't know, but at some point, there's gonna be a part of unknown and a complete mystery. You know, we have to put our step forward to this unknown also. And personally, that's, I think, the thing that scares me the most is the unknown aspect of Krishna. The mystic, I don't know. But I think we can study the Vedas for millions of lifetimes, but there is still going to be one part of Krishna that we are not going to be able to know. So at some point, we just have to jump, you know, and surrender happily in the unknown. I don't know.
Yeah, Krishna says that to the degree that somebody surrenders unto Him, He will reciprocate.
Say again, sorry.
To the degree that somebody surrenders unto Him, and He reciprocates that. So if we're hesitant, He's not going to give us a all. He's not going to show us who He is, what He's like. So, you know, just to expand on that, we need to really let go and have faith.
Yeah, faith.
I think also if you prematurely surrender, then that can be it can be a bit dangerous. You have to go through the gradual process. You can only go from where you're at. If you
So how it sounds to me, what you're saying, I don't know if it's correct, but the way to surrender to Krishna in a way is to stop focusing on ourselves. How I see it is to focus on something bigger than ourselves. And even though it's unknown, we have sufficient faith, we have sufficient knowledge, and it's not just me, I'm scared, I'm gonna die, na. No. We jump. We go. Krishna, from the bottom of my heart, I want you, I need you for my life, you are everything. I'm coming. It's not just about me, it's about you. The relation, the pure love relation. But yeah, gradual process to get there. That sounds a bit...
Can I ask a question about the verse itself?
No.
It's just inside the verse, is written all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self. And this word, the self, it's also appearing in other verses. And I was wondering, what is your understanding of the self? Because the teacher told me today that it can mean the soul, like the super soul. But it's funny, this use of the word self.
So I'm just gonna...
He could have said, I am the science of the soul, for example. He's written self.
Just trying to find it.
1032, sorry.
Yeah, it's toward the beginning or the end?
Not in the purport, in the verse itself. Like
In the verse, yeah, okay, of all creations.
the second sentence. Of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self.
I don't know.
We had this, there is chapter 8, Krishna, Arjuna asks the first three verses. Arjuna inquired, what is the self? I mean, among all these 8 questions that he had. And in chapter 8, verse 3, Krishna answers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the indestructible transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and his eternal nature is called Adhyatma, the self.
Thank you, okay.
Yeah, so that's basically this eternal nature that we have. Every single person has unique nature, has unique relationship with Krishna. And this, our eternal relationship is called the self, if I understand. Yes.
Okay.